All right, so we are here. It is April 9th, 2019. This is our third session. Cree, can you help us out with a little recall of the last encounter?
Massive defensive for the city. Trees raising, grabbing onto blimps, explosions, great soaring beasts destroying and piercing through these things to stop them from bombarding the city. Illusions to make it seem like the mission had been accomplished, bringing the boss in close enough for the fatal attack, and interrogation tactics to the extreme as far as fear of falling. Then we found out that they were all being orchestrated by another gentleman, and that there were worse things out there of draconian nature that were out to destroy us. I did the cheapie. There you go.
All right. Yes, the last battle was pretty intense. There was a lot of goblins trying to take over the city, and the heroes defended it. They did well, and they have exterminated their foes. There are few prisoners, but not very many, maybe less than 20. And here we are. Here we are. He is going to now. He's going to tell you that there are these masters. They're called the Dragonborn. And as soon as after he gives you that information, Kree's character Bane, like just completely finishes him off, and he is dead.
Farewell to death.
Farewell. All right.
Where is he? Dead.
So, today we have with us Scalran, played by Draven. We have Maverick, which is played by Steve. We have Nick and Lily. Nick is a druid, with Lily as his panther companion, and they're both played by Ryan. And when you brain fart, forget somebody's name. And then Bane is played by Chris, better known as Cree. And we are missing today our friend Relic, who is played by Kair. So this recording is mostly for him.
Can I do the duel again? I'd be the two people.
Oh, you want to be Kair's character?
It would be an honor to stand the name of Relic for him.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do as much as we can, and he'll just be really quiet. But if we need him for combat stuff, then I'll let you do it.
Oh, boy.
All right. Which we'll see where it goes.
Okay.
I have a lot of fun stuff planned for you guys today. Okay. We'll see if this comes into play today or not. All right. So after this battle, after all of the goblins have tried to ransack the town, and they attacked from above, and they tried to set off bombs that were buried underneath the city, you all cheer and yell out, "Praise be Andala!" You defeated these evil foes, but the five of you all know, and of course you have with you Dandelion, his grandson, who's a mighty wizard in his own right. And you also have Kenpachi, which is also known as True. Both of those are NPC characters played by me most of the time. But all of you are here, and though you know that these evil foes called the Dragonborn, they are out there. The people in the city are cheering because they won. But all of you can think about, all that you all can think about, is who are these evil, dark foes that you have yet to encounter. All right. What do you guys do? What do you guys want to do?
It seems we were on a mission before this happened. We knew where the body was. So in doing so, we should probably head that way.
I agree.
I'm with that.
I agree.
Okay.
Just a stepping stone in our journey then.
All right. It is the middle of the night.
Except for now we have airships.
It is the middle of the night. It's about probably a little after midnight, probably like 1 a.m. All of you are very exhausted from this battle. Now, Dandelion, he comes back to you all. Well done. I don't know if I call this a victory. I don't know who would do such a thing. This sickens me.
Don't you mean what would do such a thing? These things look like nothing else we've ever seen before. Not that I'm one to judge people by their character or by their discolorations.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to retire for the evening. I think it's best if we wait until morning to venture off. Our people need us. No, I'd rather not. No, I'd rather not.
Maybe we should set up like a watch like we did before earlier in the campaigns, or we stay like at a hotel or something. Or
Well,
In the city.
You guys are back home in the city,
okay.
so you guys have plenty of people to be watching.
Okay,
You-
I didn't know. That's why I was
Yeah.
asking.
In Relic, are your guys going to be looking at our new monstrosities, how they were constructed?
He nods. Yes, Relic nods, and he will have his best people examine these flying contraptions to maybe begin the works on some of their own.
And my people will be on careful watch for reinforcements.
All
in
right,
case there are any.
very good, very
My
good.
people are probably just going to go back to doing what we were doing.
Well, your people start cleaning up
Yeah,
because that's what they do.
just honestly, just
One of your monks
Dustin.
comes up to you and they say, "Master, we clean now, yes? Yes, we
Yes.
clean now?
always, yes.
Okay."
Being to rebuild help.
I was like, "Yes." And they all start cleaning. They all start trying to they start cleaning up these dead bodies off the street. Like
Just fine with it.
there's so much carnage
Maverick, can
everywhere.
you drive the cart so we can take the bodies?
All right.
You probably don't need to do that, honestly. You guys have
No,
people
man.
to do all these menial tasks.
Oh, okay.
Your people are like, "Thank you for saving us. We'll take care of the city. All of you rest. And we will celebrate tomorrow."
Remember, no matter halfling or goblin, friend or foe, they all receive a grave.
They all look at each other. "Yes, sir." And they go off. The Mavericks Marauders, they start picking up these dead bodies and they start trying to give them graves outside of the city. They initially were going to just stack them up and burn them, but you asked for graves, so they're going to do it.
Respect them.
It's a lot of graves, but they're going to do it.
3 days
Mass
later.
graves.
Halfway.
So they start working on that. All of you can literally go and retire for the evening and
Heal up.
get your spells back,
Yeah, that's true.
spellcasters, all of that stuff.
I go to bed being my age and I have no spells.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
You know, I'm at 56 health. Still.
I need to heal this 2 HP.
You haven't been giving yourself
It's hurting me
HP
so bad.
proper?
It's a mortal wound.
That, and I also didn't take any damage in the last fight because I had the one chance to heal back, and then after that, I faked like I was dead on the ground.
I only got
Low.
shot once when I was taking over the ship. 2 damage.
I've been at 15.
Oh, good.
I'm at 59 and Lily's still at 62. Let's build our maxes.
Alrighty.
It'll be fine. Just plan on not getting hit.
Okay. So, people are taking watch over the city. No problem. You guys are all retiring for the evening. You wake up. You guys sleep in a little bit. You wake up at 9 in the morning.
That
Nine.
is sleeping in for me.
9 or 10.
Remember.
Long enough for all of you to get a full night's sleep, well rested. You all heal whatever your con is, your con modifier.
On top of that.
Okay, so everybody's fully healed. Relic, if he took any damage, would be healed too. So you there is a celebration with fanfare and music and cheering, while other people are burying the fallen. They've been up all night, just kind of like making these graves and bringing these bodies out. People cleaning the streets of the blood. It's
And
pretty,
rubble.
yeah. There's blood and rubble. Relic's engineers are already working on rebuilding some things. It'll take a few weeks, but the city should be up and going pretty soon.
We saved at least 85% of it.
Yeah, you did. You saved a lot of that city from what could have happened, where it would have all been gone. And then you guys would have been starting at square one, which would have been a way different turn for the campaign.
Oh yeah.
You guys would have came home to nothing, which would have been sad.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Doo-doo-ch. So, as you guys are, you get out of your homes and all that stuff, Dandelion is sitting at at one of the pubs drinking some tea. He's sitting there with Kenpachi. He's like, true, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should tell them. And then True replies, like, tell them what? There's more that I know. But I feel like this will not help the situation if I tell them. You guys come into the
Conversation at the tail end of it.
yeah, you guys come in towards the end of the conversation.
So we heard the whole emphasis on that.
You heard the last sentence. There's still so much they don't know. That's what he said.
Well, 'tis a glorious day to find out what is not known.
Like, oh, Bane, I wasn't expecting you.
Then you definitely didn't see Nettlebane behind you.
He looks behind him, and Nettlebane is there. He's like, oh, my companions. It is good to see you this morning.
What are we having? Tea and conversation. Sounds great.
You actually, Nick, if you roll perception, I would say you probably heard the whole conversation.
Oh snap! I forgot. You got them super ears. If you get in that one.
17.
Yeah, you heard a lot of it. You heard pretty much all of it. Not clearly, but you kind of were able to make out a few of the key words.
If you would have gotten in that one, we'd have kicked you to the curb. No more.
I got that one. I would have still had a 4.
So you pretty much heard enough of it to understand that there's something going on.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna be off then, right, friends?
Anybody eat breakfast or anything, or wanna catch up on everything we found out? Apparently, there's some some weird creatures out there. What do we know about them so far?
I wouldn't worry too much about them. I'm pretty sure if we just leave them alone, we won't have to worry about it.
Didn't that also how wars start by not knowing?
Didn't they just say that they were coming after us?
They want
Hated
nothing
us.
more than to kill us.
Nothing more than to kill us for killing somebody. Seems like there was a whole lot of reason to figure this out.
I don't think so. I don't think that's. He was being threatened. I had a knife to his throat. He would have said anything.
He said it a lot as we were falling. There's maybe some things that have been already discussed with me that the others don't even know. You sure you don't want to maybe enlighten us if you know anything more? That's gonna be a bluff.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Straight up, I'm calling all. Yeah, that's gonna be a bluff.
That was a good bluff.
And it's what? Charisma based, right?
Yeah.
So just don't mess around.
9.
All right. Let's see if his
I have a
sense
16 in
motive will
bluff, so
beat your bluff.
he really needs some.
I don't want you to give me an answer unless he.
He doesn't believe you. It's like, Bane, I see what you're trying to do.
I just smile and be like, always.
I know you want more information. I'm afraid the more you know, the worse it'll be.
I have an idea.
Well, look at me. It's not like I know much. Come on.
What's your idea?
I wanna go behind him with the knife and then slam it on the table and say, "What are you hiding?"
He's not hiding anything. He hasn't lied this whole time.
Do a intimidation.
He hasn't-
17 plus 13, that is a 30.
Yeah, you startle him. He's like, "Whoa, what the? Okay, all right, relax." Like, jeez, I get it. All right.
He's got a flash reflex stuff back.
Yeah.
Because I mean he's pretty battle worn, so
Yeah.
you may need to roll for reflex for the backhand. That's
Oh, I got some of that. And you want me to roll for reflex?
You know,
just
you roll when I
the
tell you to
idea
roll.
of it. Slam the knife around the goose.
He was like, all right, okay, let's. Fine. I'll be honest. These dragonborn people, my grandfather warned me of them. He told me that these were the only foes to never cross. He said if I were ever to face them, I would need an army 3 times as big as the army I had when I battled you. And that's what I was doing.
Yeah, but we have a maverick.
Yes. Yes, but
I'm
you.
not afraid to kill.
Your ability in combat and your lack of fear, your courage, it's wonderful, but
Either I'm just stupid, one of the two.
but it's not enough for these foes.
Maverick is dangerous every waking moment.
These foes are
Can be.
they have reached advancements I've never seen before.
We were trained by Yandala, though.
Is that all you know?
Can they find someone who doesn't exist to them?
Like, are we talking like abilities, or are we talking like these things that Relics dudes have been like researching all night that are in the air?
Those are it's just a small taste of what they've been able to do in their military.
Oh, we definitely gotta check these people out. Oh,
Well, you
yeah.
told us.
it's-
Is this all you know?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, tell if he's lying or not.
Yeah, do a sense motive.
I'm very low on that. I should get that up next time I go
Plus
up.
17.
You are able to you could do a perception check too. Do one of those two.
Such a wrong person for that. Plus
16, 24.
Okay, you got really good perception. So I'll give you like an additional +5 to your sense motive. Because with your perception, you can tell his heart rate. So that increases your sense motive. So with that high of a sense motive, you're able to discern through his heartbeat, he is telling you the truth. He doesn't seem to know much more than that.
Thank you for telling the truth.
I never doubted him in a minute. The only thing he knows that he's not telling us is how to cast lightning. It's probably a good thing because my aim is not that great.
I know how to
Tap
cast.
him on the shoulder.
Lightning hits me. Ah.
I've never met them, but I do know this. They served the dragon that you all killed.
Uh-oh.
They served Balzar.
So they're that weak?
Oh,
I thought
yo.
I mean, if they want him back, we have his penis.
Yeah.
I thought it was Charithosar.
No, that's the. That's outside Gloryborn. That's not in John.
That's like
Sorry.
It's in the real world.
There's a lot of
This
dragons.
is not happening.
There's several dragons, and Balzar is a black dragon. And he's not. Well, yeah.
He
He's
must be
not
a
a
preacher.
sweetheart, is he?
Well, you killed him, and you cut off his
Hey,
penis.
what is it? What's up?
Oh,
That's why I've been G'd out.
yeah.
Yeah, after dismembering him, I mean, if we just probably slayed him by accident, but dismembering him and everything else.
Yes. Well, there you go. That happened. And yeah, you guys tore up his entire body and left,
Remnants.
remnants everywhere.
Yeah, we should have buried him.
I
He was pretty boastful. It was pretty cool.
I thought after you all killed Balzar, we would never hear from them again. They were so, they relied on him for everything.
Oh, dude, we straight up killed their source of income.
But these, I don't know anything else. That's all I know.
Being one with inner peace says we should not try to exterminate them, but then again, we also should not be exterminated by them. So we should probably seek them out and seek peace and restitution, which, if it doesn't go that way, then so be it.
So be it.
That makes sense.
All right.
Either way, if we go to them and we're the ones who did it, then we stand liable for our actions instead of these people of the city.
There's a reason why I made sure my kingdom did not exceed a certain barrier. I knew if we went too far north, where the temple was, where you all ventured off to, I knew it would
Why they didn't follow us
only go so far.
until we were dragging me.
No,
Well-
we purposely did not venture off that far.
Yondalis Temple's there, so I want to go anyway.
You guys have not been to Yondalis Temple in about a year.
Yeah.
I thought your sanctuary was beside it.
Nope. It's close to the city. My sanctuary's on the outside of the city.
So, what would you all like to do?
I think we should go seek these people out.
And we can get some
I mean,
supplies and
we don't
just,
have to kill them.
go.
Maybe try to reason with them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check with my boy Relic and see if he made any advancements in technology for us.
Sure. You go see Relic. He doesn't have anything for you quite yet. His people are studying these floating devices.
you say cloning or cloaking?
Floating.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
you went Star Trek on me, boy.
He's looking at these devices, and I mean nowadays they would be like blimps, but this is the first time this technology has been created.
Okay.
He's been able to determine. He's been able to determine that these things seem to float with some sort of heat source generated in the center of it, and there is a little. There is a covering on top that is connected to a string or a rope that when you pull it, it will open and release any hot air, allowing
keeps
it
it at a certain level.
to go down and go up.
And they probably realized that the things that we jumped onto were for ballasting whatever it was holding.
Right. So they're a little damaged. There's one that you guys were able to save. The rest of them are pretty damaged. So he's going to need to have his people work on them for quite some time to learn how this works. They're made with a really efficient metal that happens to be very strong, but it's also light.
It's like a different hammered type of.
It's something. It's he's never seen it before. It's a powerful metal that's light in weight, so it keeps them sturdy, but it also makes them light enough to float.
That's why I said titanium. That's supposed to be one of
Right, but he doesn't know.
We don't know what it is.
Titanium is a new age metal.
New age alloy.
them. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah, 700 years too soon.
700 plus.
Yeah, yeah. So
Could be ethereal too,
exactly, he
or dragon skin.
just has not figured out what it is yet, but he knows it's wonderful building material. If they don't build more of these devices, they'll definitely use it for something. Maybe armor or whatnot, but it's really good stuff. It's definitely a win there. And that's all he has so far. It's like, yeah, if you guys want to go out, I think I'm going to stay here and I'll join you later.
It makes sense since you were the only one that can handle this contraption in the air. If we needed to keep the city safe, it would definitely be very, very, very wise.
Relic did learn how to fly one of these contraptions, so that definitely came in handy.
Give the city
Absolutely.
a good solid. Hit its level.
Yeah. So, you guys did that. You guys want to get any supplies or anything to make it to the temple? It's about a 3-day journey. On foot, if you use some horses, you can cut it down to maybe a day and a half. Yeah, if you guys had those unicorns, you could be there in a minute or less. But you don't. You guys haven't seen those unicorns since they disappeared.
Since the last rally.
Yeah. Where are the unicorns? Good question.
Where are all the unicorns go?
So, you guys, what would you all like to do next?
We could get some supplies for the trip.
You do that.
We do that.
It's done.
Make sure everything's gonna be safe when we're gone, and then get some horses.
Okay, some of your people that are your advisors, they come up to you and says, "Are you guys going off again?"
Yes, we will.
All right. Very well. All I have to say is that be careful, and thank you again for saving us.
Praise be on Allah.
He's like, yes, praise be on Dala. They make sure everything in the city is fine. They
To wagon or to walk? How do you feel? 3 days or 1 day?
I'm too
The
old to be
quiet
walking.
approach or the steadfast and heavy?
I'm too old to be
Steadfast
walking that
is
much.
gonna be needed for this one if we want to get back in time. Also,
Travel half the way there, almost there on horses. Tie off horses for in case the diplomatic part doesn't go so well.
I'm always willing to drive.
Nice. True is choosing to stay. If there's going to be another attack, I'd rather be here. These might have been the only ones, but who knows what other things these people may have in store for us.
It's true. It is true. Wonder if Pinecone would like to go with us.
Pinecone, he was like, "Oh, did someone say my name?"
Ah, yes, young one. The idea of maybe taking you along with us, since I have been teaching you secret arts. Also,
Oh man, I would love to. Oh man, this would be so awesome. I've never been on an adventure before.
the only way you may go though is with permission of Relic.
He goes over to Relic immediately and he begs and pleads, "Please, please, please, Master, let me go, please, please. I promise I will be well behaved and I will do so well and I will save them. I can cast a lightning bolt. I can do a healing spell. I only could do like one of each of those, but I promise I
He's
will."
also learned to punch.
And then Uncle Bane taught me how to punch someone in the groin.
As needed.
So, can I go? Relic begrudgingly. He agrees. He says, "Fine." He looks at you. He says, "Bane, just watch out for him and don't let anything happen to him."
Actually, Relic, I need your help. I'm going to teach him something new.
Relic walks away.
But Relic, it's important. Okay, Pinecone. I want you to look me right in the eyes, okay? What I need you to do is take both your fingers like this on your side and say, "Hey, Relic, don't forget this," and then poke him in both eyes. But don't poke hard. Just tap and be like, "I learned an eye gouge."
He looks at you and he's like, "I don't want to do that to my master. But I'll do that to an enemy when I see him."
You know what? This is going to be great. Hey, Kenpachi, come here for a minute.
Kenpachi is like, "Yeah, what's up, Bane?
Check out what he learned.
What did you learn, young halfling?" And he's like, he looks at you and he's
He's
like,
not paying really
and
fast.
he's like, okay. And then he does the thing to Kenpachi in his eyes. He's like, "Ah, damn it! Ah, what the hell?" He pulls out his sword and he starts swinging it.
I'm gonna try to be like, "Isn't it great? He learned that eye gouge."
He starts like swinging the sword at you. He's like, "Damn it, Bane! I'm gonna get you."
Come on, Pinecone, let's go. Hey man, keep him safe, Kenny.
All right, you guys start going. Dandelion calls out, "I'll be going with you too. I want to see these foes firsthand."
Is Lily big enough to ride? Yet.
Is Lily big enough to ride yet?
She's a blade.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, as a casual mount, yes. Not a combat mount, though.
And only you. She's not a laboring mount either.
Yeah, you
So
wouldn't
for
be
this
able.
ride, I can get off my horse, give him the horse and ride her.
Yeah, you could do that, especially at this pace. It wouldn't be that bad.
Is this
Going
awkward to say that the cat's faster and Nick can sense better? We may want to use him for scouting.
Not
Blind
a bad
guy
idea.
Scouting.
I'm okay with it.
He's gonna go for a scout. Look at a blind scout. Perception's through the roof though, so I mean,
It's only a
and the
four.
cat, so I mean, she's gonna know danger.
So, in the party on going on this adventure, we have Scalrin, we have Maverick, we have Nick, Lily, Bane, Dandelion, and Pinecone.
Lay Master Pinecone.
Pinecone, on this journey, I want you to pay close attention. But not just to me. I'm gonna point to Daffodil. Right, Daffodil. Dandelion, right? Yeah. Point to Dandelion and be like, he is a wizard, which means he's like a sorcerer, but he knows so many great spells, but he can't cast them as fast. But he could probably teach you how to focus.
I was like, oh, that's
Remember,
wonderful.
you can pick up things from everybody around you at all times. This is how you find your inner peace.
He goes up to Dandelion and is like, Bane said I can learn things from you. Okay. Well, what do you want to learn? Oh, I know what I want to learn. I want to learn how to shoot 2 lightning bolts at once. Okay. Well, you just need some practice and you'll get there. It just takes time, like me. And that's when you guys realize he only got to be as good as he did because he used the book of Dark Grimoire.
Like maybe he could just ride with you and sit very quietly and learn to focus. As I wink to him.
I was like, fine, yes, just don't annoy me too much.
Yes.
It's like, okay,
Secret.
yes.
Focus.
No problem.
Focus.
So, you guys are heading off. All right, hour goes by, you're good. 2 hours go by, and you're good.
Nick, you checking out the area? You going?
6 weeks go by.
Right?
Okay, a whole day has gone by.
Like, oh, well.
A
That was
whole
good.
Yeah, you guys, a whole day has gone by, and there have been no encounters. Everything has been fine. It's getting late now. If you guys continue on without rest, the next morning you guys will start staggered, and you don't want that.
Yeah. No fatiguing.
I could have tied myself to Lily and just sleep the whole time.
Or fatigued rather than staggered, but yeah. And you don't want to start off the day like that.
Night calls upon us.
Yes.
Whoa, horses.
So yeah, you guys settle down the horses. You guys decide what you want to do.
Nick, I know you can hear me. Come on in, bro.
Next million miles away. Yeah.
And where?
You would have been like probably at least a good distance, at least 90 feet in front of us. But you would hear that, of course.
Yeah, you hear that, no problem.
Lily, let's go. The one's right there.
I think what we should do actually is if we do get an encounter with anything, we're going to be screwed because we're too tired. I think some people need to sleep, some need to keep watch.
Oh, definitely, always.
Okay, so you guys set up a watching routine. You're gonna decide who keeps watch, who's gonna go to sleep, and you guys rotate. That way, everybody gets enough sleep and they're fully rested.
See, we gotta cover an 8-hour shift, is all right.
Right, and you guys,
Circulate 8 hours of sleep for each person, so 10 hours total.
you got it. Lily can also keep watch, so you do have that, and you have Dandelion and Pinecone. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 7 beings that can all.
At 1 hour overlappings and everything else would be fine.
Right.
As long as the in-betweens are not too weakened or non-alert.
As long as Nick doesn't take a nap.
I believe the first watch should be who? Just gonna randomly look around.
I'll do it. Pinecone immediately jumps up.
I think it would be perfect.
All right, I'll stay up for 3 hours.
No. I need you with full power. I need you to stay up for a whole hour.
Oh, that's
But-
easy.
But halfway into it, you need to wake up Dandelion.
Okay, I can do this. Yes. Alrighty, I just need something to do.
Exactly.
Because I get really bored.
I'm going to hand him my beads and my string, and I'm going to begin showing him how to make the little prayer beads.
He's like, okay. So, let's do it. He starts making some prayer monk beads. And he sits there for an entire hour. No encounters.
By this time, he wakes up.
He's like, all right, Dandelion, come on, buddy. I'll stay up with you. He's like, no, you should go to sleep. No, I'll stay up. No problem. Come on. And I'll show you how to make these little bead thingies. No, I'd rather just be up by myself. No, but Bane told me that you need to be up with me. So I'm going to be up. No, that's okay. I am going to supersede that command, and I'm going to just let you go to sleep. Fine. I guess I am kind of tired. He goes to lay down, immediately knocked out.
How old is he?
He's a young guy. He is a young guy.
He's our comic relief today.
Thing is,
That sounds like me.
he was young like
Then,
then, so he's like in his early 20s. But he's still very naive.
But it's a halfling 20s.
Yeah, so he's like a kid.
He's like 14, 15 the most, not even
Right.
that. He's the traditional
He sounds like
12-year-old.
me.
Yeah.
So he
Nah.
Dandelion,
I was
Goes for his, then he gets to wake me up.
yeah, he does his thing. I'll roll for old Dandelion. You're good. Alright, wakes up you. Like, Bane, you're up.
Hey, did you send Pinecone to bed?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I wasn't going to deal with that, you dirty fool.
I figured you could tell him to go to sleep and he would listen. Me, he would just keep talking and wanting to learn, and it would be I would begrudgingly be forced to entertain because I would not cast him away. I don't
Yeah.
do that to people. So.
I know you don't.
All right, enjoy your sleep.
Will do. Dandelion goes to bed. Bane, no encounters. We're good. Who do you wake up?
I'm gonna look around to try to find Nettlebane.
Okay.
Do I find
Come
him?
outside of this.
Give me a perception.
19.
He's like sleeping
Plus
under
11.
the wagon.
Sweet. I'm going to sneak up, tie a rope around his toe.
Oh gosh.
Am I gonna notice this?
I don't know.
I'm
He
gonna
has
run
to.
it.
He's gonna have to do a sleight of hand.
I'm gonna run it through the handles to the horses, because they're taking off there, just the empty part of the horse's rein,
Yeah.
back down, and I'm gonna take it around in between the wheels, and I'm gonna attempt to tie it to his other toe on the other side.
Oh gosh. Okay, give me a sleight of hand. See if I notice this.
Let's see, a 5 plus 6, so 11.
All right, you have to give me a perception, which you also get minuses because you're asleep.
Because you're asleep.
Let's see, a 14 plus 11, that is a 25.
Minus 10.
15. What he
Wait, yeah, you wake up. You notice him doing
I
it.
start tied around your toe.
Bane, I'm gonna smack his hand.
I'm gonna take the smack and laugh.
Oh jeez.
Be like, it was gonna be great, bro. And I'm telling you what I was planning on doing. And then when I tied it to your other toe, I was gonna yell, "Snake!" and shake you and run. It would have been great.
And what would I have done? I wouldn't have run.
Jumped up, busted your head into the wagon, tried to run, and fell. Either direction you went, you would have fell because the other toe would have pulled.
I
It
would've
would have
just-
been great.
I would have just killed the snake.
But you wouldn't know where it's at. You couldn't find it.
All right.
Oh, you missed the complexities of how great this could be.
You guys, that's pretty much the extent of the conversation.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to go to bed. But before I do, I'm going to go over and I'm going to attempt to tie the string to Maverick's toe. And then I'm going to cut it really short and tie it to his thumb. So you're
Okay.
looking like if real size, about 2 foot difference in ours. If
Okay.
that. Now one.
Yeah, he wakes up too.
Tickle toes, what's up, bro?
You can, what'd you do that for?
Just letting you know, Nettlebane's on watch, man. Good night. We'll go later.
All right. Scalrin. No encounters. You're good. Okay, so
All right.
who do you wake up?
Well, what I'm gonna do first
I don't care.
I want to go to this boy.
There's Lily.
Hmm.
You know, with me.
And I was not amused. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put knives all around him, face up. All around him, like.
Wow, that's really severe.
This is gonna be funny.
And then it's going to be like in a good radius.
Okay.
And then.
It's gonna be good.
I'm going to.
Because he's
wake
gotta have a
up.
good sleight of hand. This is gonna be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Steve and tell him what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And be like, hey, wake him up in
Maverick.
some. Yeah.
So you're waking up Maverick for his next hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna say wake him up in some fashion, and I'm just gonna fall asleep.
All right. Good.
Okay, so what are you doing? Because
You're
it
putting your
sounded like
dagger's
you
handle down
said
in?
you're doing something, but I wasn't sure if you're actually doing it.
Handles
I
down
was
on the ground.
putting handles down on the ground.
All right, give me a stealth check.
An 18 plus a 19.
All right, now give me a sleight of hand.
A 5 plus a 16.
Okay,
So your sleight of hand versus my.
how many knives are we talking here?
Just around. Let's see. I have like 20.
You have 20 knives that you're putting around him.
And just like a pop, 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 pop.
All right, you put 20 knives around him. Bop, 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 bop. And now what?
I'm standing there getting exhausted.
Dude, do I get
because-
perception on him for it?
Yeah,
I
you
get
do.
negatives?
You do
It's
give
Gonna, it's gonna be funny because I'm not gonna hit it.
do the perception.
Okay.
Minus 10.
Yeah, and I had an 11, so 14.
It's not enough. You kind of go, but you stay asleep. Okay. And you wake up Maverick, and then you go to sleep. Okay, cool. Alrighty, Maverick. Let's see what we got here. Not quite. No encounters. No encounters.
Okay.
This is Nick's last one, right? Is it the 8?
All right, Maverick. Who do you wake up next?
Nick or Lily?
Might as well wake up Nick.
Okay, you wake up Nick. You tag out. Nick, when you wake up, you are on watch.
I hope Nick doesn't walk near him. He won't be able to see.
No encounters.
Vibrations. I wake up Lily.
Okay. You wake up Lily. Lily nuzzles you, and she wants to just go back to sleep. She doesn't like that she got woken up that early.
You gotta watch us, make sure we don't get attacked.
All right.
That's for in your next life.
Yeah. She does like annoying cat sounds.
You can go back to bed. I'll stay up.
And she nuzzles you with her head, and then she goes back to bed.
He yells in her ears. Wake up.
I stay up for the next hour.
Alrighty. No encounters. Very good. Very,
so
very
what is
good.
that? How many hours?
That is 7 hours. So we just need one more.
Take it.
Oh, you can burn.
Alrighty. So you stay up for the last hour for everybody.
While I'm up in that hour, I'm going to
No
start cooking
encounters.
breakfast.
Okay. You start looking for stuff to find. Everybody else starts waking up.
Ooh,
Like,
when do we wake up?
you guys wake up now.
All right.
As
So-
soon as you wake up, you see a bunch of knives around you.
I'm gonna be like, wow, this must have been a great ritual. I'm gonna start just pulling the bottoms of the handles of the knives out and throwing them into the bush.
Oh my god.
Okay, you do it.
All 20 of them thrown in the bushes somewhere.
Am I awake and I see this?
Yeah, you wake up and you see him throw the knives in the bush.
I'm gonna start screaming at him and when I'm laying down. Those are my knives.
And they start crying.
I'm gonna tell you, you forgot the one right here behind me. You gonna run to get it before I throw it? Because I'll just throw it too.
I'm gonna run to get it.
As he runs to grab it, I'm gonna grab him and monkey flip him for the fun of it.
Okay. You monkey flip him.
Woo! 2 plus whatever you want to put it on, CMB or CMD. Woo! Just for fun of
CMB,
it.
yeah. And he
Yeah,
flips,
11, so 12, 13.
and then you do acrobatics if you want to.
Yeah,
Me?
we don't get hurt. We're just-
That way you can maybe land on your feet.
5 plus 16, 21.
Sure, he throws you in there and you land on your feet like a...
They're in that bush with you. Find them.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and do all that.
I'm gonna grab the last knife and throw it in the bush to him.
Good luck if you want breakfast.
I'm just gonna throw it to you right here. I'm not like blade
Yeah,
first.
you better look
Bro,
for those.
I gotta throw anything. I'm not throwing it blade first at you. I don't want you to die.
I know, but you better go in that bush and get them, because I'm cooking breakfast.
I've been making breakfast for an hour now.
Oh, you.
You guys have a good fire going. What are you making for breakfast? That's always the question. I'm making breakfast. What are you making?
I'm gonna ask Nettlebane if he got his daggers back.
I got 2 rations. I usually eat them.
Ned, so
Rations
did you get your
are-
stuff back?
Those your crap.
Yeah, I got my stuff back. How about you? You about to get
Yep.
this thing?
I got my stuff back. They're right here, buddy.
I have 4 rations.
The rations you only want to eat in an emergency
Yeah,
because
that's-
they're like MREs. They taste horrible.
So, Nettlebane, which is stealthier? You or that squirrel over there?
Me.
Oh, so you're saying you could kill that squirrel, the 2 over there, and whatever
But
else is
you
over
could-
there?
Get a bunch of berries,
I'm getting berries,
I can do all that, yes.
and there's
Oh,
a tree.
So you can do that quick?
and I'm gonna call for animals.
I can do it pretty fast.
Okay,
Trying animals to me.
Guarantee you I can get
Okay, go ahead.
Mm,
Roll.
all of them, maybe minus 1.
Roll for it.
4 add to it or just the roll?
How about you? Go
Yeah,
sneak
just
up
roll
on one.
for it.
I can cut them up for you. if you
15.
Plus, like your charisma modifier,
17.
plus half of your level.
do. I'm basically baiting you to go hunting.
22.
Okay, so you do a druidic animal call, and these birds and woodland creatures like bunnies and squirrels come up to you, and they're looking at you.
I throw berries.
I'm just gonna look at.
Draven, I can't kill him.
Well,
You
I'm
have to.
scalding.
I got a great idea.
Squirrel, I can't kill
Okay,
him. You
dude.
have to.
Hey,
I want.
tell them it's called Hunger Games. They got to.
I want to sneak up on things, on the animals, and kill them.
Okay, go ahead.
Do I do stealth?
Yeah.
Very good hunger.
While he does this, I
It's a
just
2
stop
plus a
and cover
19.
my
That's a
ears.
21. Do I still get it?
Yeah, you're able to sneak behind some of these little creatures, and you really only have enough time to maybe kill like 3 of them. The other ones will scatter.
While he does it, I stop throwing berries and cover my ears so I don't have to hear it.
Good, very good. So go ahead, roll like you're attacking them.
A 19.
You've killed 2 druids.
Yeah. All right, you with the now roll for your damage.
I killed 2 druids.
All right. I think that's just a D8.
Okay.
Oh, plus sneak attack.
Yeah, technically plus your sneak attack.
Isn't that 4d6?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so a D8 is a 7. 4d6. 5. 1. 5. 4. So 5, 5. 10.
Okay, with all this damage you've done, you have sneakily killed a squirrel, a rabbit, and a little bird. And everything else runs away and flies away. And then as one of the birds are flying away, it poops on your head.
I deserve that.
I'm just gonna shake my head like I can't believe.
And you come back, you're like, look guys, look what I got.
Why couldn't you find a pig?
I'm just gonna shake my head and be like, bring it to me. I'll
I
cut
did.
it. I'll cut and fillet it.
There at Maverick.
Bring it to the butcher. I shall make
Try and
good.
continue to get vegetables and berries.
Sure, no problem.
Level roller.
I'm
You're
gonna
able
start.
to find some carrots and some berries that are not poisonous, but you would know what they are if you could give me a knowledge geography.
Shitty apples.
19.
Yeah, these are cranberries. These are cranberries.
These are good to clean us out.
Yeah, they're very good cranberries.
Time to make a list.
Too bad Kevin's not here for the berries, huh? That's his thing.
Right?
So you guys do that. You eat some food.
I'm gonna start cooking up the animals.
You start cutting them
Oh, yeah.
up,
Filleting them up nice.
them. You fillet a bird and a squirrel and a rabbit, all which are creatures that you know produce very little meat.
Yes. So I am very thinning, skinning the bone, like,
And you
making everything we can, and suggesting that maybe he makes what we call Skullrun soup.
That's why I went down.
Throws me in there. Wait, that's not what I meant.
yeah, you're not really pleased with this catch.
How many carrots did I end up getting?
Hopefully enough to
like-
do this.
You got like 15 carrots, no problem.
I'm taking one of them, cut it in half. Well, how many horses are there?
Oh, you guys have like 4 horses pulling you.
All right, so take one horse and cook it up.
I'm taking 2 of the carrots, cutting them in half, and taking it to the horses.
Wow, that's extreme. Okay, you do that, and the horses go. They're very grateful.
Then they get stabbed in the butt.
And they do what?
They get stabbed in the butt.
Oh, you stab the horse in the butt? All right, Maverick goes and stabs the horse in the butt,
No, I'm just.
and then it kicks you, and
All
you
of a sudden I go flying. Acrobatics check.
acrobatics check.
What's that in the air?
Good than that one.
You take 10 points of damage from the horse kick. No, that didn't happen. Even though it would have been funny.
I was thinking later on if we have to, we could actually kill off one of the horses for food.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, he said the same thing.
I was just like, why didn't we just cook? I thought that's actually what you meant. Just fatten up the horse a little bit.
You're not cooking the horses.
All right. So you want me to cook up the squirrels and
I
stuff?
could try to get some.
Yeah, go ahead.
I could try to get
Yeah.
boars and deers.
I-
Don't even really need a roll.
Yeah, because I'm too good of a cook.
Yeah, you're able to cook them
We did
and
one day.
without burning them any problem at all.
I could have got deers and boars if you wanted it.
I'm just gonna nod and be like, all we need was enough to sustain us. Anything more is unneeded.
So you guys make a stew
Yeah.
of these little woodland creatures with vegetables. It's
Maybe
enough to feed you.
That bird poo.
What's it called? What do you stew?
Right?
Yeah, what do you call your stew?
Skull stew.
Skull stew.
Skull stew.
I'm gonna create water and get bird poo off my head.
Sure. You have no problem cleaning that off.
He's gonna
of your-
miss drowned Skullrun.
Alrighty. After eating, it'd probably be a good time for you all to start getting dressed and putting your armor and everything back on and
Armor.
getting ready to go.
Same thing.
I put on my robe.
We got a nat 1 at the last moment. That's, oh my god.
That's good. You guys didn't get any no encounters.
If it's that 20 when he rolls it.
If anything, we maybe found something.
Oh. Oh. I thought it was nat 1s.
Alright. So you guys are able to load up, get on the horses, and continue on. You've been traveling for a day, so midday you guys will get to the temple.
I take Lily and go head forward.
Okay.
Around a mile ahead of him.
You want to do a little perception? See if you see anything?
That's cool. 18.
Alright. With your great perception, you know that there's no danger ahead. Not yet, anyway. As far as you can see, there is no danger ahead. Alright. Hour goes by. Nothing.
That was great.
Another hour goes by. Nothing.
If it's a toucan.
Another hour goes by. Nothing. Alright, one more hour, guys.
Been nice today.
Watch as this hits a nat 20.
15. If you guys would have had that fire going, that would have been enough. Because they would have seen the fire. But you
Relic,
guys are
you
traveling.
have missed nothing.
You guys make it to the Yandala temple, and wow, this temple is been completely painted with blood.
I'm gonna just be like, Nick, you need to cast a lot of water. Scarron's gonna drown.
You create water, and you're washing it off. It's really in there. Like, it's almost like, you know how blood or any sort of liquid has a way of seeping into stone that is porous? It's like that. You will have to probably scrub at it a little bit because you still see a kind of a stain of, you know, after you clean off blood, it's almost like a stain of orange or
No relic could mend this, right?
like a vermilion type of
Happening
color.
right now?
I go in wearing PPE.
Yeah.
Blood spill kit.
Ah, there you go.
My little scrubbers.
That would be funny.
Mending would be great.
So I'm gonna cast message just to be prepared.
Sure. You guys cast message.
Well, that would be great on the trip. I can tell you what's going on.
Meh.
You cast message. You
Like,
I mean-
mic check.
you look at the temple and what has become of it, and wow.
What do you see?
No, this is okay.
Praise be Yandala. This is the dragon temple that we took back. That was Yandala's temple that had the.
The apples.
No, this is the singing one. This is the one from this campaign.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're good. Gotta remember, they're intertwined, so it's understandable.
Okay.
No, this is the one that had,
This way.
what was his name? Balzar?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
This is where you guys fought the dragon. You haven't been here in a while. Normally you guys.
Right, 'cause you DDT'd him.
Now Bane normally comes here probably once a year. You guys haven't been here in a good long time though.
I can't see it, so I don't really come to it.
Yeah. And Bane, this is nothing like what you
Yeah,
remember.
this is a shock to him. This is kind of.
And this is the first time Dandelion has visited since his self-imposed exile. Pinecone's like, what happened? What is this? Where are we? Is this always like this?
No, Pancon, this is never supposed to be like this.
Oh man, is that blood?
It seems to be.
It smells to be blood.
Oh.
It tastes.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you have renters.
When you have what?
Have renters. Hey, let me see your nut cutter. This status is wrong.
There you go.
Dandelion, he looks upon this temple with you all. I'm sorry. I know this must pain you all to see this.
I'm gonna walk up and begin scrubbing.
I just need
Oh my
to get
goodness.
water.
So much.
Bane, I will help you. And Dandelion goes up and he starts scrubbing the walls too.
Are we gonna check for, intruders, guys?
No one's
Let's
ever.
scrub this wall for a minute.
Nobody's done that. So
I'm gonna go ahead and scout out, see what's happening.
okay, you kind of walk around the perimeter.
You gotta remember, there's a reason why I went up to it.
You want to do a perception check?
You want to check for magical devices or magic?
Even a better idea.
Yeah.
What'd you do? What'd you get?
Let's see.
Perception.
Yeah. Okay. That is a 18.
You don't hear anything around the area.
I'm gonna listen while I'm creating water.
I'm
Okay.
just sitting there scrubbing, and we got messaging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there, and I'm gonna say to myself, enough to where Nick would hear it, cast dispel.
I don't have this spell.
I stopped creating
He's
water.
talking to Nick.
Cast dispel.
I stopped creating water.
He's like, oh, I have it. Pinecone's like, dispel. Nothing happens.
I got a 29 bow.
There was also no magical aura or anything that came from his hands when he said it.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, dispel.
Like, fireball.
Oh, what? How come that didn't work? Oh, man, I guess I gotta keep practicing.
I don't have it. I don't think.
Well, sorry guys. I guess I can't do the spell.
I got a 29 on my roll for perception.
You got 29. Okay.
Did you learn to do the spell?
You hear the beating of like wings around you. I mean, you're able to hear everything. You're able to hear birds chirping, and you can hear like insects and like little frogs and stuff, and
Other than the animals, do I hear any more heartbeats than ours?
no heartbeats. Just like the beating of the flapping of wings and
The water flowing?
water flowing, but
I don't hear anything around us. But
So-
the other animals.
I'm rubbing my hands on this wall, and of course it's going to have gotten blood on them.
yeah.
I'm just going to stop and look at them and go, I guess the blood's on my hands again. Just like it was the day that I killed the great dragon.
So
The great man that he was.
it's like, my friend, do not worry. I will not keep blood on your hands. And he casts prestidigitation to clean you, and nothing happens. He's like, what?
Wait, Pinecone did that?
This was dandelion.
No, this is exactly what I thought was going on.
Dandelion. Like,
So the only one who can cast spells so far
I'm
is
going
me.
to
so
look
far,
as I'm scrubbing on the ground at
I
an angle.
don't understand why that didn't happen.
Oh, it's a wizard's call. Sometimes it happens. Think nothing of it. Just continue scrubbing.
I think we need to go. I don't think we are safe here.
I'm just scrubbing.
I don't
I'm looking
see
at
right
the
now.
ground to see if there's any markings, and then I'm going to slowly move my head upward.
I'm gonna walk to where Dandelion and Pinecone were and continue to create water over me.
Pinecone's like, have you guys been inside yet? We should go inside. We should go see what's in there.
In a moment. You know what we
Ah.
should do first? You should go help Nick. Nick, Pinecone's going to walk over by you. You're still
I can
casting
hear
create
him.
water? Is he still able to keep casting water where he's at?
Yeah, water, unlimited spell, no problem.
No matter where I'm walking so far, I've been able to.
Pinecone get over to him?
Yeah, Pinecone runs over to him. He's like, hey, he told me to come here. What happened?
Hey, Pinecone,
Yeah.
can you dispel magic? Dispel his water.
I go to create it right over top of his head.
He's like, He gets splashed with water.
Yeah, just the whole
Well,
That.
maybe I need to keep working on that spell a little bit. I don't think I have it down packed yet.
Well, at least it was an attempt. Good job.
Dandelion comes over to you and says, I don't think he actually can cast that spell.
But also, knowing he can't cast the spell, making it seem like he could still cast over there while he can, presumes to make it look like we understand that there's something here blocking your magic. Which means, whatever trap's here, we're already in. So, you're gonna prestidigitate to my hands, supposedly. Again, as you reach your hands out, I'm gonna throw you towards Nick. So that you're out of this ring to make sure whatever it is doesn't spring on you too.
What do you think this is, Bane?
Studies show that there's been known to have this is joking out of context, but I don't know, but there has to be a magic order or something that's stopping at something of a greater force. So at this point, any magic caster should not be in this circle. There's a reason why I came up to this using my hands on this wall, because this is meta knowledge. This is out of game. Because the way I'm going to say it, I'm going to explain what it is. He's going to say, because I have them hands, which is referring to magic. What's it called?
Magic fists.
Well, it's magical fist, but it allows you to do magic damage, and it also negates
Oh,
auras.
yeah, the damage reduction.
The damage reduction to auras. So the minute I physically touched it, I actually touched the wall, and by that point I would see that if there was something buffing the wall, that his hands weren't scrubbing it all the way. I would have been getting some of the scrubbing done more than he would have. This is something the monk would have noticed at that point because I looked like I was using more pressure, cleaning more. But I'm going to just say, I have them hands for this situation.
Do you want to do a perception?
Yeah. 16 plus 11.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel the indentations of the wall and the porous stone used to build it. You see the color behind the blood. It's a off-white color, like an eggshell white. And a little darker, like slight different shade than that, but it's like these walls pretty much. But the stones are very porous, and the stones are just, the blood has gotten in them and it's hard to get it out. But you don't really feel any magic coming from the wall or anything that you can sense in the area.
So I was going to turn and be like, wow, hey, can you do that thing to my hands again?
Are you talking to Dandelion?
Yeah.
Um,
As I turn and brace my leg to get ready to throw him for the press to throw him.
He's like, yes, of course. And he gets ready.
As he puts both hands out, he's not going to fight against, of course, so I'm going to flip and throw.
All right, he's going to do a acrobatics, and he falls on his face.
But at least he's over there.
I would have heard them, so it'd take a while to catch him.
Sure. You catch him in time. He's like, whoa, thank you.
And dispel it after it catches him.
And he falls. Well, he doesn't fall, but he lands on his feet.
At that point, I'm just going to look around on the ground for a moment to see if I see anything, markings, etchings of any kind.
No. I mean, you look around, but you don't see anything that you haven't seen before. Just the temple covered in blood, which you have been, vigorously cleaning off. But
You described how...
So at that point, he's looked at the ground. He's looked at the wall. He's going to look up the wall towards above the actual building.
all right, we'll pause on that. Yep.
You described maybe almost smell and hear things like Daredevil, right?
Sure, that's a good way to put it.
So if I stopped, cast water, and clapped, I'd be able to see like he does.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try it. To see what I can
Echolocation.
see.
Okay, you try some echolocation. All right, give me a perception check.
17 plus 14.
That's like a 31.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so you clap really loud, and the vibration bounces off of the temple, so you're able to see exactly where the temple is, and above you, the vibration comes back off of some of the birds that are flying in the air, and something comes back to you above the birds, but it comes back faint. It's something that flies, but you can't pick it up, what it is. It's really high up there.
In sending, you don't have to actually say it. You whisper it, and the other person can hear it, can't you?
Well, he's already got messaging on for
Well,
us.
messaging.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna tell the rest of them, not actually out loud, that there's something above the birds. I can't use the vibration to see if it's above the clouds or not, but there's something else up there, like the things that we have Relic working on, I think.
Cold iron and silver is what the hands are like. And they're lawful.
Alrighty. So, what do you guys do? You look up. You see the birds. Give me a perception. Let's see how big your eyes are.
18 plus 11.
When you look up, you're able to look up. You see past the birds, and you see like what looks like little specks of something, like traveling through the air. But it would seem like they're circling. You can't make out how many of what you see.
Can I tell how far of a distance?
In the air? Oh, man. It's high. You can't really tell, though. Let me see. You got what knowledges do you have? Knowledge geography? Yeah, do a knowledge geography. It's the scare. It's the air, part of geography.
An 11? Or no, I'm sorry, a 10. Whole 10.
You know it's taller, or the height is higher
No, it's 11.
than...
It's 11, yeah.
The height is higher than any, like, flying creatures normally go up. Like, creatures
So
that
I know
fly...
it's higher than I can throw.
Like creatures that fly, amongst all the creatures you've all encountered, you know that they normally don't go up that high because there's no reason to. You can't really see the food down there. It's the air is thinner. It doesn't make a lot of sense for something to be up there.
It's higher than you can fly, but it's higher than you can throw, but it's not higher than I can fly.
You could, anything's possible.
I'll be back, everybody. I have to use the bathroom.
Hey, Nick. Because I'm looking and seeing those specs. I'm like...
I know.
Am I finally doing something yet?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be back.
You
I'm going to the
see
restroom.
what I...
I'm saving the game.
Oh, and
I can't reach it, but wind or wind elementals or winged
I
beasts
understand, Bane.
or...
Like I said, I'm an old man. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh.
I go to bushes and change into an eagle and fly over to him.
Okay, you fly.
Like flying there waiting for him to put his arm out for me to land.
So you have an eagle on you now.
What up, bro? Just get closer. Do not attack it. Just fly out at a range, turn, and come back up like just a regular bird. Maybe call some other ones with you and fly past them. Just get closer eyes on it. And right about the time you're there would be a good time to put her eyes on them. Put Yandala on it for a minute.
Good call.
Fly up. Try to get
Give me a fly check.
other eagles. What's my goal?
You're gonna get bonuses because you're in a actual flying beast form.
17.
Yeah. All right.
You're so an eagle.
Yeah. No problem. You fly with great grace and speed. You do a little eagle call. Now you have maybe 4 more eagles that fly up next to you, and you're all kind of just going up.
I'm a Yandala eyes on his legs.
Yandala's eyes. Immediately, you shut your eyes and you reopen them, and they're glowing bright. Like they do every time you use this special ability. And your eyes are no longer fixed to what's in front of you. You now have a 360-degree vision, and it is specifically on these flying creatures. There are 10 black dragons. You see them immediately. They are flying in formation, hovering around Yandala's temple. And and it's like as soon as you look at them, they all look down at you and your eagle friends, and they're starting to come down.
Committed at an angle. What did you see, Nick? What did you see?
10 black dragons.
Alright, everybody space out a little bit. Give them a little bit of room to come down. Once they get down, pick a target.
Well, me and the eagles flying. I message told them I'm gonna fly into the trees with the other eagles, and then fly back down to where I was in the bush and walk back out as Nick.
Okay, no problem. You go down, you do all that as the dragons are flying down.
Daffodil, take a sideline, far side. Stay out of the range of that messed up shit for the dragon aura.
He's like, I've never seen them up close.
Doesn't matter, they're about to be real close.
Pinecone looks, he's like, oh my god, this is amazing. I've
Pinecone.
never seen dragons before.
Pinecone, shut up and get with Nick.
I'm saying
He's like, okay.
up there with front lines.
No,
I can still cast.
you're gonna have to separate out a little bit the way they can come down. You don't want all 10 of them back to back to where we can't get behind them and do anything.
Especially
They all-
me, I need to
Maverick,
sit behind you.
we got dragons coming down on us. You ready?
Yeah.
This is me in game saying it. Maverick, get your sword ready. Get ready.
Spasm display.
No, they're not on the ground yet. They're coming down.
Wow.
He's ready though.
Stage yourself off.
Ready to
Give
action.
enough room. We're gonna try and separate them up, and then I'm gonna run in and try to flank out so you can get everybody's hits off.
They all land.
It's fine.
They all lift their heads up in the air and they breathe out this fire that's very like green, like a dark green, acidic. And then they all transform.
Into Oompa Loompas.
Oh no.
But
And now you see these black creatures. It's like these black creatures that you've been told about. Dandelion speaks up. That's them. That's them. They are. Hmm?
Still good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's them. The Dragonborn. That's them.
I'll call out in common. Hello, children.
They gather around to each other. They like congregate, so they're all like in a little bunch. Welcome to the great temple of Balzar.
It's them.
We are here to welcome you. We observed you from up high. We thought it was only fitting to now make ourselves known to you.
Oh, it's actually not good.
What business do you have here?
Sadly, I did not know that a great dragon had children.
We are the children of Balzar.
I've gathered that he was a great, formidable warrior.
You speak as if you have done battle with him.
Sadly, yes, I have.
Dandelion looks at you, he's like, Bane, stop. You don't know what they're going to do.
Doesn't matter.
He's like, children of Balzar, my friend, he may have battled with a dragon, but I promise you he has not ever seen Balzar. Silence, fallen king. He looks down.
Though he is my friend, he does not speak for me. I have seen and I have battled the great Balzar. It was a true honor.
Who else? Were there others?
Yes, there were.
Are they those who accompany you?
All I may say is I speak for myself for my own actions.
Yes, we gather that.
I accompanied him. I believe it is where I had my eyes.
This blind halfling, he joined you?
He was here during the battle.
Anyone else?
Me?
Another halfling.
Maverick, Balzar's people are standing in front of us. They're asking about the battle.
Which battle?
The battle with him. They came down, landed. I pretty much told them that I had done battle with Balzar. Daffodil tried to say, "Oh, don't worry, blah 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 blah," And I said, no, I have had the honor of doing great battle with him. And then they asked who else here had battled with the great Balzar. Nick said that he had. Nettlebane said he had. And they turned and looked at you.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Diplomatic, trying to
yeah,
talk and see what's going on with him.
yeah. Diplomacy?
Yeah, sure.
What do you want to say to him first? Before we roll
What do you guys want?
Okay. Yeah.
it.
go
Perfect.
ahead. Roll the dice.
16.
Plus whatever his stats.
We want only to escort you into this temple and then escort you out of it. That is what our responsibilities are.
Am I able to ask you a question?
Yes?
Okay, you want to escort us in and escort us out. We'll be that. Will
Exactly.
we be alive or dead?
That is up to you. They all look at each other and kind of laugh. Yes.
Stab him?
You guys are about like 15 feet away from each other, maybe
Yeah,
20.
The sword grows.
You know, just so you have a reference of how far away you are from
Yeah.
each other. You are huddled in one group, they're in one group. And,
All right.
like, no, we do not mean to kill you. Only if you do something foolish will we be forced to react. You understand?
Foolish. Wait, my group of people, including myself, we are not the most intellectual. The intellectual members of our group, currently, we're working on the thing. We're just coming to create a type of diplomacy with you, to speak to you. You know we were halflings. You know he is a goblin and a fallen king. But all we know is that you are apparently the sons and daughters of Balzar.
Yes.
And that you have reclaimed Yondawa's temple again for Balzar.
It is Balzar's temple. And that is how we know it. And that is what it shall be. But yes, we are the children of Balzar the Great. He is our Lord, and he is fallen. And when we find those who have killed him and desecrated his body in our temple, we, as the guardians of the temple, will end them. You
What
will,
a great day it is.
you all should be grateful that you are able to leave with your lives in your last battle with him, and that he spared you, O merciful Balzar.
This is truly a tremendous and great day.
Why is that?
Because I heard that the greatest things that are achieved are when the sons and daughters of Balzar raise their hands in the air and claim glory for his name, saying, "We are the sons and daughters of Balzar," with their hands held high when they finally find the fight they're looking for.
That's very funny. They look at you and they look at each other like,
It was declared that they would raise their hands in the air, looking to the air like great wings, like the great black wings of Balzar, looking up at the only thing that could ever eclipse his darkness, the sun.
what did you say your name was, halfling?
I am but a lowly monk. Names matter not to us.
They matter not to you. Huh. Well, we like the way you speak. We believe it would be most wise if you met our king and queen. It has been a long time since creatures other than Dragonborn have ventured into our homeland.
Yes. And I'm to guess that they are inside this temple.
No, they are not. They look at each other, and they start making like room, like amongst them, and they start backing up,
Spacing a little bit.
yeah, they start spacing out. They're not in the temple. They all kneel down, and they put their hands out, and like a burst of light, you see a black dragonborn, two black dragonborns, dressed in royal clothing, coming in a booming flash of light. One wearing a crown, the other one wearing a crown to match. And like the only difference you can really tell is that their clothes are colored a little differently. One is a light blue, the other one is a rose. And they stand there before you,
Looking all majestic and stuff.
like, yes, we have been watching you. We have been watching you from our thrones. With a spell, of course. We have been scrying. And we like what we have seen. You all may bow. Nick bows. Nick bows.
I'll bow. 'cause
Lily bows.
I'll bow.
Maverick bows.
Scouring bows.
Though I generally only bow to my own god, I will respect the hierarchy that stands before me and allow them the courtesy of civility.
This courtesy will not go unnoticed, young halfling. You look before us, but we are not too different. One of the other Dragonborn speaks up, presenting His Highness and Her Highness, Osiris and Iris.
Oh my god.
It's like, and they look at each other and they hold hands. Like, this is my queen, my fair maiden,
I want to so badly disappear.
Iris. Named after my namesake, Osiris. Named after the dragon of dragons, the one who began the world primordial.
Virus. Sorry.
Like, what did he say?
He has enunciation issues.
Of course.
He tried to pronounce your name and he just kind of couldn't. His language is a little off.
Of course.
If you would announce your name once more for him to be able to.
And then he looks over to one of the Dragonborn and he says, presenting His Highness Osiris
Wow.
and his bride, Iris.
I mean to speak of you, or to of the people who followed Balzar about an incident.
An incident. Why, of course, we would love to hear of this.
Though he is truly one of the greatest and formidable warriors, his mind had been attacked. Though an impervious trap set solid for no one to permeate, an evil force had went into his mind.
At this point, Pinecone's going over to Nick. He's like, who is that, Nick? Who's that guy?
He's the king.
Oh, can I go meet him? Can I go run over there and meet him? I've never met a king before.
Just stay right here so you don't get in trouble.
Okay, fine. All right, please continue.
Have you heard of an evil essence coming from a great book?
Osiris and Iris look at each other. My wife, she has studied these things very carefully. She is wiser than I in these matters. Please. Sister, please. She goes up. Yes.
A great book of evil. Have you heard of this man?
Why, of course. My brother and I, we grew up reading these books. And we know of these things that exist here. And we know that there is a dark book used by that foolish, fallen goblin that you allow to journey with you. What a fool.
Are you aware that the book has an entity itself and possesses its readers?
We have heard of this legend, but we do not acknowledge such.
We have found truth in it.
Have you? You have found truth in this?
Yes.
Splendid. Huh. My husband and brother and I believe this, and we would love to speak more about this with you.
Gladly.
However, they look at each other.
This was how.
We need something from you.
It is a give-take relationship on most diplomatic opportunities.
Very well. Are you familiar with the number 936?
936. I have heard of this numbers.
These numbers are very close to us, aren't they, Osiris? Indeed. Indeed they are. Would any of you like to take a guess on why those numbers mean so much to us?
Will you repeat them for me?
936.
936. She says, she repeats with a more stern and kind of annoyed tone. You may be blind, but I know you're not deaf.
I am old. I am sorry.
Would anyone like to take a guess?
An age.
An age. Good guess. But no. Dandelion, he's trying to tug on you. He's like, Bane, this is really bad. I do not sense anything good is going to come from this. We need to get out of here.
Is the day you were wed?
A lovely thought and sentiment. But no.
Sadly, is it the small numbers in which your people have become?
You are getting very, very warm. So close to the answer. However, you are incorrect.
However many were killed.
This one deserves a reward for his answer. 936 of our people starved and suffered and died due to the murder of Balzar. Now, it would be one thing if Balzar was killed rather easily, but our people came back to examine the body carefully, whatever was left of him. After we got through our disgust in our tears, we saw that he was killed with a very specific weapon. It was a sword. And as we gaze upon you, it would seem the only one who would wield a sword would be you.
Yes, he's known for carrying very simple swords. A very simple sword.
And that's the problem. It was not a simple cut. The cut was perfect. Every cell cut almost at a molecular level, so precise it seemed like it was effortless. As if a butcher was cutting the head off of a chicken. It was a flawless cut, which could only be done with a flawless blade. And we have been looking for the wielder of this blade ever since this has happened 10 years ago. And we think we've found him. We think he's a halfling. But you know what wasn't cut flawlessly? Everything else. We found his body desecrated. His claws, his fangs, his eyes.
Every piece.
Every part of his body. He was disgraced as he laid there. There was no spell that we could use to resurrect him. He was desecrated, and our people did not possess the might to do so.
How close am I to scoring?
You'd be pretty close.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
I'm just gonna show you in my bag. I have the dragon's gut still.
I still
10 years, you still got the guts with it.
I still have
still
a
got
couple
dragon scales
dragon
on me.
scales on me.
This is going to get really interesting.
It will.
I have dragon teeth on me.
So let's cut to the chase.
Literally.
You want information, and we want balance.
I know of this battle.
We know Bane.
I'm just going to nod my head to him.
We'll keep it simple. We want half of all of your goods.
Oh,
We want half of your food, your clothes, your weapons, your resources, your materials. We want half of everything. And not just from you all that stand here, from all of your people back in Glory Town. Or whatever the hell that you all call it.
The Garden of...
Garden of Glory.
glory.
Yeah.
What a cute name.
It was meant to be, so that the kids would like it.
You're lucky it was not the desolate ground of glory.
So you want half of everything.
And we want you to kill 1,000 of your men and bring us their heads. We just want to round it up to an even 1,000. And we will spare your people. And once a year, we will come back for half of what is ours now. And in exchange, we will allow you full sovereignty.
Full sovereignty, huh?
We will allow you full freedom. You will be completely autonomous. No one will ever face you. All you all have to do is grant our requests.
Sadly, in the eyes of diplomacy, this sounds actually like a very, very, very equal exchange.
Isn't it, though? My husband came up with it. Isn't that right, brother? And he says,
He's enjoying
They're
that
from
part
the
of it. He's
Yeah.
enjoying this part of that part too much.
he says, yes, sister. Yes, we created it as we were making love.
Ah. And how will we intercede with relations and exchange and trade and fellowship with each other?
There
We
will
shall always look to you as respect. Will we also be received in respect?
This is gonna be a
they look
walking
at each
dead.
other. They're like, sure, you will be respected. And we will make sure no harm falls upon you from any of the neighboring races that exist. Because you believe-
Perception?
Sure.
I feel this is bullshit.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
we're
go
not
ahead.
sense
Sense
motive.
motive.
Let's
Sense
see if
motive.
they're lying.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Want me to?
All of you can roll
Sense
sense motive
motive.
if you like.
My
Sense
sense
motive and
motive is
perception
Yeah.
added together.
Right. Well, no, just do them separate.
14.
Nat 20 on
Four-
sense
That's
motive.
bullshit.
Okay.
14 on sense motive, and a 19 plus a 11 on perception, so a 30 on perception.
19.
You guys can all
24
tell
on
that.
perception.
Okay, you all can tell that there is a big load of bullshit that they're spewing at you. You can tell by their heartbeat.
It's the same.
They're not being honest with you completely.
Can I just like look over the group to see the males and females?
Yeah, it's like a ratio of like half and half. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with these creatures, really.
Is there any that look more than the other on the females?
Like there's one with
I'm just gonna look and say, so it would not be a problem to ask for this beautiful woman to accompany me.
They look at each other. I was like, well, that's all up to her. They all
I'm
laugh.
just gonna walk over gently to her, just calmly.
And she looks at you and what do you want? They're quite tall, these creatures.
Yeah, so I was just looking like, you are beautiful.
She looks and says, thank you.
Just peering, looking at. No disrespect intended, but I wonder what children born from us would look like.
She laughs. Oh, I think you need a stool to get on this ride.
I shall fashion one,
She
and maybe
laughs
even
again.
a saddle.
This one is funny. Maybe we should spare this one at least. And they all look at him. They all look at her like,
I'm just gonna
she's
smile.
like, uh-oh.
I'm just gonna smile and just.
But
gonna-
I can hear your heartbeats.
I'm just gonna smile and be like, "You are very beautiful." And I'm just gonna turn and look at, what was his name, Osiris?
Well, as soon as she splurts that out, Iris just looks back and just like casts acid on her head, and like she's like, "No, I'm sorry,"
I'm just gonna yell, "No, my wife,"
and she's dead.
and grab Iris from behind and slam her.
And I want to use what's it called? Whenever he's done.
The beginning of the flurry of slams. Bam, release to the husband, and bam, release to the one who introduced him.
Everybody, roll initiative.
Kair, this is how we
Nat
died.
1.
Alrighty.
10.
I don't know if you wanted it for Nick or for Lily.
Um,
Or want me to choose?
Oh,
You
shit.
choose.
Nick.
All right.
That could be a great 13. But I'm getting the
13.
surprise slams, right?
20 for
Bam,
Nick.
bam, bam,
10 for
bam.
Lily, sorry.
10 for Lily.
10 for me too.
Maverick.
What was I supposed to add to it?
Your initiative.
Should be initiative bonus.
That's you.
I just wanted to get close enough to where I could get a hold of one of them.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, 13.
That is funny.
Maverick has a 13.
Okay.
I was going to.
Not only did they let me right
I
up
know
there,
you're
but I'm
right.
right up where she was at. Technically, I'd be flanking the other ones from behind to slam them, because the lady had to literally just, so, bitch, bam, 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 woo, take some damage, fuckers.
One more time with these.
13.
13 with the but Maverick.
13. He has
Yeah, it was
13.
13.
Nice.
It's me. You have the screen protector so you can't see your screen. from the other angles. Can you?
Yes, yeah, it's a privacy screen.
It's called porn blocker.
It only works if someone's standing next to me. It doesn't block it all.
Are you recording yet?
I have been recording this whole time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's on. It's on. We have been going on for an hour and 50 minutes.
Nice.
So, very nice.
You don't have to cap it and redo it, right?
Right. Maverick? I'm sorry. We keep talking. I keep missing it. What do you say?
13.
13.
13. Dandelion. Let's roll for my boy.
Dandy bro.
He's gonna have a 20 stat. And Pinecone. Yeah, he's a really high level guy. Pinecone will give him a 12. Okay. Alrighty. You don't need to worry about rolling for these guys because they're going to just go after all of you. Even though you've begun combat with them and you grappled her, I need you to roll a CMB.
Oh, this is where it gets bad. 10 plus 11. And the size doesn't matter because the underfoot grace and the...
Right. So you go to grab her around the waist and slam her on her head. And as you do this, like, her feet are, like...
Huge and expanded.
Well, it's just like... You've never felt this before, but this person just doesn't budge. Like, at all. Like, you tried picking them up, and it's like you're trying to pick up an immovable object. It's like... And she just looks back like, how dare you put your hands on me?
I'm going to begin the hunch. Like a dog.
You begin to do this, and Osiris looks at you. Lay your hands off my sister.
Look, but she's so beautiful.
How dare you?
And so powerful. She's stronger than you are.
You are doing this, and as you're doing this, she's gonna just like elbow you in the face. An 8, I assume, will miss you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Alright. It's just like,
What kind of armor do they have on? I don't know if you said it or
I think
not.
it's just their scales.
you don't really know. You know that they have some sort of armor on, but you've never seen it before.
Scales can get hot, can't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Dandelion's up. He says, like, I'm not screwing around. I haven't used this spell since I've used it on you, Nick. And it's time. Iris, this is the end for you. He uses power word kill on Iris. And as soon as the magic like kind of goes from his hands, it vanishes. I was like, what? This isn't how it felt the last time I did this spell. Whoa, what's wrong, you fallen fool? Magic isn't working for you today. That is a shame. Next up, Maverick.
I'm just gonna call to Maverick because messaging's still out.
Yeah.
Right? Now, when I grabbed her, did I feel an aura?
You just felt like this heavy weight.
So I
like,
didn't feel any magic passing through.
Not really.
Drop the building.
Drop the building.
Drop the building.
Okay, I'll drop the building.
Let's attack the building.
Okay, you
See
go.
if we can get magic working again. Something's got to be blocking it. Either it's a body aura or it's something in the building.
You run over to the
When
building.
Gondola was there, it cleansed everything and it
Right.
emitted.
You run over to the building and you swing at it with your sword. I'm guessing.
Why not?
All right,
Nothing
you-
else to lose.
All right. Roll for just your damage because the building's not going to dodge you.
What?
He's making a new door.
Not the 20.
Attack.
Whatever your damage rolls are, I think it's like a D8 or something.
D8 plus.
Damage.
Where's damage?
Building.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm using the
2d8.
wrong one.
I have 1d8.
I have a whole box of D8s. D8 stack 4. Needs 2.
He has one already. Three.
Plus your weapons finesse for your It doesn't matter. It's like a 3 dice.
And it's a critical hit because it's an inanimate object. So
And you're
whatever,
just
your,
gonna, like-
It's
whatever,
times 2.
yeah, whatever your damage is.
Are you
it's
using a
double.
longsword or what are you using?
Soul Stealer. He has
Yeah,
that
Soul
dagger.
Stealer.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So
you had
yeah,
that.
so he's like mauling half the wall. It's just gonna drag through.
Weapons for that.
You're not just getting one brick. You're like mulling through the wall.
You do quite a bit of damage to this wall, and there's like now a big gash into the building. And
Power attack, all that fun stuff.
yeah, you
Yep,
did
yeah.
a ton of damage to this thing.
Dazzling display
He's
reactions.
like, "Ah!" and now there's a huge gash in the temple,
4 wolves.
and they all are looking at you like, what is wrong with him?
Was there a dazzling
I've never
display?
been mentally stable.
I don't.
I don't know if they have
Dazzling
resistance.
display works if it's against a person.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
no
let
grip
you
point
do-
off a rock.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you do dazzling display. They're not impressed by your display upon a upon a building.
This isn't easy. I can building.
And verbal is free, right?
What if I
Yeah.
get inside
The
it?
challenge is out. He said he can hit a wall harder than any of you bitches.
And they all look at this. They're like, "Oh my goodness, what is wrong with this guy?"
Can I go in my dimension and go
Bane, you're up, buddy. You have this woman by the waist.
Yeah.
She looks like, "What are you going to do now?"
Trying to decide how to be about it. Solid, non-slammable, so to speak. Can't decide. I don't know if I want to check in the building to see if there's something in there causing it, or if I want to continue. I need the magic helpers, because if not, it's going to be a lot of extreme physical.
They're all glaring at you. They're like, "Well, how dare you hold on to our lady?"
I'm gonna rub her belly a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just going to.
Free.
That would be something different.
That would be an attack, but it might work in other ways. I'm going to use her as a springboard. I'm going to grab on and just push off from her, duck and roll under into the hole.
All right, give me a CMB and then give me acrobatics. You're doing a tumble.
CMB is a 21.
Give me
And
acrobatics.
acrobatics is 3 plus 11.
13.
Okay, so what is this maneuver you're doing? Because you succeeded in it.
I'm going to grab tall, like I'm holding onto her really tight,
Sure.
and be like, "Sorry, my lady," and just push off of her. As I push off her, I'm going to kick her in the ass to give
Okay.
myself more of a spin to roll underneath the other people.
Okay.
Into the hole that Maverick has just made.
All right. Okay, you do this. You do this little somersault type of maneuver.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll. You get out of there. And give me a reflex to make sure these guys do not get any attacks of
3
opportunity
plus.
on
Oh,
you.
they don't get it anyway.
Why not?
Because it would be an attack of opportunity, right?
Right.
And it's negated from the evasion and the underfoot trip. No. What is it?
Underfoot's grace.
Yeah, improved underfoot grace.
Improve underfoot grace, so they don't get attack of
Yeah,
opportunity on you.
no attack of opportunities.
Okay, so you're able to get out of there.
Yeah,
No
just-
attack of opportunities on you. And okay, you
Come to a stop. Try to punch the wall.
punch it.
Yeah. I punched that shit.
You're gonna take like a D. You're gonna
cold
take
hands of steel.
Okay.
You can take some damage.
They are technically magic, cold iron, lawful steel hands
Okay. Cool.
for 6 points plus my finesse is 5, so 11.
We'll double it, so 22. All right, you do 22 points of damage to this building,
Yeah,
and you're
look
gonna
for a
take
structure point.
you're gonna take a D4 of damage.
You did a double write-up. You got last
4.
year.
You take 4 points of
Double right
damage.
at the last year. Good job. 4 points.
Yeah, you take 4 points of damage for hitting the building. You
Teleport.
did another dent into the building. It looks the same, except now it has 2 dents in it. And all the people are looking at you both like, why are they hitting this building? Osiris and Iris look at each other and like, huh. Oh. You're looking for the barrier. And everybody starts laughing. They're like, they're all laughing like, you think the building is the barrier? Oh, children. Go ahead, keep attacking the building. Yes, this will make this much sweeter. Scalrin, you are up.
Okay, I can just speak first, right?
Yeah,
Not
sure.
necessarily-
Scholar, pray at the altar.
I'm gonna say, then you must be too scared to tell us, because that would make it a harder challenge.
They all laugh at each other like, my boy, we are battle-worn war heroes.
They give no fucks.
You can insult us all you want, but we shall never give up our forefoot in battle.
Is there a way in the building?
Absolutely. The door is
Yeah.
there just like it's always been.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
We
and
could've
run
went
in
to the
there.
door, but we didn't.
We're already in there.
Hmm?
We're already in the building.
No, you're not. You're outside of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna run in the building.
You run into the building, and they're like, all right, go ahead. You run into the building. You see the temple. It has been completely cleaned out, and there are dragon statues everywhere. Those old indentations that used to be in the wall of the 7 glowing lights to unlock the tasks of Yandala, those have been completely destroyed. Those aren't there anymore. All there now are faces. The faces of Osiris and Iris interchanged.
Smash them.
Yeah, I'm gonna start just.
Okay, you run over there. You start working on smashing those things. While you're doing that, Lily is up.
We're just gonna trash your table, by God.
Bite claws rake on Iris.
All right, she pounces. Do it.
11 plus 5 on bite.
Miss.
Okay. 9 on the claw.
Miss.
8 on the claw.
Miss.
And then she can't rake unless she has both claws.
Right.
Scary cat.
She comes in, tries to go after Iris, and she's just dodging these things flawlessly. Like, your beast wants to play. Well, then we'll play. Pinecone is up. He's like, all right, it's time. It's time. It's my turn. Lightning bolt.
Nothing else.
Nothing happens. Like, what happened? Hey guys, why isn't my magic working?
Pinecone, run back further. Get out of range of them.
And he's like, no.
You got like a 90-foot range or some shit, bro. Run backwards.
No, this time I'm gonna make Relic proud. And he runs into battle.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna die.
And he runs over and he's
Does
gonna
your
do
number one.
He's gonna do acrobatics. He slides over to Osiris and goes
Gives him the number one.
and he's gonna try to punch him
Yep.
right in the groin. And he slides, and as he tries to punch him, he just misses altogether. He's like, what? He just like moves out of the way as he's trying to hit him. Like, what were you doing? Now he's just kind of laying on the floor, like, hi.
You fool.
Nick, you are up.
Pinecone, don't bow to them.
Oh man, things are not. Pinecone is in a precarious situation.
Maybe it's the crown.
Quicken spell for Flame
Could
Blade.
be. Could be.
You activate the spell. The spell activates no problem, unlike everyone else's spells.
Message still works
Charge
though, right?
to Osiris.
Your spell. What level is it? Level 1?
It should be, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason your spell's been working too.
Charge Osiris to try to hit him across to the chest with a flame blade.
You get his attention for sure. Roll for it.
15.
He dodges it with his quick reflexes. Wow. Go ahead.
22.
22.
Backswing, bitch.
He dodged the first one, but the second one skims him right on the shoulder. It's like, God. It seems like it didn't even hit him though, but he's like kind of flinching in pain. You don't feel like it connected, but you did some damage. Roll for damage.
Plus 5, so 13.
All right.
Shit, they're not here.
We're gonna call it 6 points of damage that you did. You did 6 points of damage to this guy. How dare you lay your hands on me with that blade? That isn't the blade we're looking for.
Is it like steaming from being hot now? The scales?
It's like smoldering. Yeah. Okay, all of you have taken your actions. Osiris is up. He stands up. He looks back to his army or his warriors, his squad. All right. All of you, aim your weapons at him. He's pointing at Pinecone.
I was about to say, like, he's exposed.
This one will regret the day he tried to touch me. Yes, sir. They
Yeah, killed the little halfling that tried to bow to you.
they
Tripped.
They pull out these sidearms, and you see these weapons that look like rifles, but they are pristine, made out of material you've never seen. They are pure black, and they're glowing.
Can I get that in the camo?
That's a magical gun?
They all are aiming and pointing at Pinecone. On my mark. 3,
Oh, be so perfect.
2, 1. Dandelion's like, no! Dandelion jumps in front. They
The
fire.
big save.
Gosh, he could have just let him die.
Just for reference, Relic, this is all the blue dice attack.
Oh yes, you can't see this part, but I am pulling out all the blue dice.
Just like,
So, hold on, I have to make sure this is accurate. So, there's 10 of them. So, already?
Like 40 points each.
Yeah,
Okay,
well, at least
well,
4d6 each. So I'll just do it in 2 sets, probably.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, so we'll do these first. Alright, so I currently have 20d6. I need to roll another 20d6 after this.
please get like all ones. That would be awesome.
Pinecone's about to die. 20d6 times 2 hitting him.
Dandelion.
Or dandelion. Yeah.
Dandelion has tried to jump in the way of this blow.
Who's dying, me?
Dandelion.
Dandelion probably. He's about to get
He
zapped.
jumped in front
Pinecone.
of Pinecone when they all shot him.
Pull your 6s and your
It's
5s.
like, can you dodge? Nah, 20.
I'm like so bad at like looking at all these and counting them quickly, you know.
So 3, 6, 9, 10.
All right, I got another 10 over here. So we got 20 damage so far.
So 8 and 2
So we got 30.
and
Oh, that's a whole 10 right there.
Oh yeah, right. There's a 10 right there.
yeah. I thought you pulled them off to be the 10.
I haven't counted them yet though.
I have a total of 50 so far.
Yes,
1, 2,
that
3,
would be
4.
correct.
53.
53. Did you count these yet then?
Yeah. Or no,
Yeah, that was already in.
They're in groups of 10, right?
Yeah,
10,
so
20,
1,
30, 40, 50.
63 then.
We are here today to discuss
63
Dandelion
from
Funeral, the first.
5 of these weapons.
It'd be great if you just did one little thing each, please. And he might survive.
No.
He's not surviving.
Mm-mm.
He's not surviving.
I don't see a
10.
single one in this batch.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them. No.
10, 20.
Oh, I see 3 ones. They're all just bunched in a corner. You see now?
3, 3, 3, 1.
Give me these here.
10.
Right, that's only 9. I need one of these. That's 10 also.
An 8.
It's all in groups of 10s.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
68.
Plus 68. 131.
Oh, didn't hit him. 131 points of damage.
All right. So
131
131 points of damage go right into what was supposed to be Pine Cone, but then Dandelion jumps in the middle of the way. However, as Dandelion jumps in the middle of the way, it seems that these beams of flames they go right towards Dandelion, and then they
Reflect.
move past him and go right into Pinecone, zapping him for 131 points of damage.
I think he's dead.
Actually shattered.
He's hit with these. He's hit with these blasts. He's like, oh gosh, no. Oh. He doesn't die right away. Surprisingly, it should be enough to kill him, but first he starts at his feet, and his feet begin to
Disintegrate.
turn into ash.
Thanos snapped.
And his legs. It's like,
Mr. Stark.
he's like,
I'm not
please, tell Relic, tell him, magic missile, and he is completely gone.
Gonna run over and pee on his ashes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
These are for you now.
That's a crazy time.
Well, we did about it.
If we can get a body, I can reincarnate.
As soon as they fire, they immediately kind of like twitch and agonize in pain a little bit, like. We're ready for our next shot. Like, oh, Iris, it's her action, and she's looking at I guess whoever Nick would be the closest one. He'd be like, and Dandelion. You two, tell your friends and tell your people 1 week. You have 1 week, or we will bring our army. And I promise you, if you think these weapons are fearful, you haven't seen anything yet. They look at each other. Well done, my queen. Of course, my king.
I'm about to say brother.
She snaps her fingers, casts a plane shift spell, and everyone's gone.
I'm gonna come right into the building. Where's Pinecone?
I was just about to say, I have seen this full of organs.
Dude, they know. They
You
know.
can smell
So
that.
I was just gonna put out on her.
Oh god, that would have been funny. We would have had 2 casualties today.
Question is she pregnant now?
Wow, insta-prego.
Because Bane only wears a robe.
Oh god. Roll for intercourse.
Is there any bodies around?
Oh Lord.
Bodies? No. No.
Yes.
You guys escaped with your lives, but you lost a companion today.
It's temporarily.
Temporarily, he's ash now.
I can reincarnate a spirit into a random body.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Put him to a cat.
You might be able to
Lightning.
reincarnate Pinecone into one of those dead goblins. Unless it has to be an animal.
Any random body. If I really can control it, I can bring one close to where he died and hope that that's the one he goes into, but it'll go into a random dead body.
Finds a hobgoblin.
You guys come out of the temple. You lost a friend. And Relic was not there.
Well, it doesn't have to be a dead body. It can end up taking one of our bodies too, which is the catch about it.
Nope, bye.
So,
We should probably summon a squirrel. Wait, did they take the burnt lady too? The acid one?
oh no, her body is dead with, her body is like on the ground there with no head.
I'm gonna pull it over and be like, so if you restore the head, then Pinecone becomes a chick. Dragon chick.
I have no way to give it a head.
Alright, so we have to mend the head. Looking around. Damn it, Relic, where you at to mend the head? Dude, I'm all looking around like, hey, Dandy, yeah. Hey,
He's looking at you, he says,
does mending work on a head?
Bane, you don't understand. This will be the end of our kind. Goblins and halflings. We don't have the weapons to fight against an army of them with those cannons
Hey,
or
look,
whatever they
hurt
use.
themselves, which means either they were given their soul or their energy or something. There's this thing called like an exchange. It's like something of the same equivalent.
For them to hurt us, they have to hurt themselves.
That's a good point, but with these weapons, and they were able to render my magic useless.
That's our problem right there, yo. But his blade worked, and they really want the other blade.
And my message spell did not. It wasn't
Any
dispelled.
spells I cast can still work, even with them trying to get rid of him.
Yes, why is it? What?
Wait, was it cast outside their area, and then you walked in with it?
No, Nick and I were almost side by side.
How powerful was the spell?
Wait.
Flame Blade's only a level 2.
Pinecone was a goblin, right? Or was he half?
I think he's a goblin.
He was a
Yeah,
mix.
so
Yeah, you're right, he's a mix, yeah.
it's goblin inefficiency.
That's one theory.
It could just be I have trained in the way of druid, and he has trained in the way of sorcerer and wizard.
It could be that.
Could be on how powerful the
The
spell
school-
is.
Schools of
True
magic.
Nature, yeah.
The schools of magic, yeah.
Yeah, even dragons couldn't fold to nature.
No, but druids, the spells they cast, they are divine. Where wizards cast from a school of arcane magic. So they figured out a way to neutralize arcane magic.
Holy shit, and I don't even use that. But
Yeah.
they're too heavy to slam.
And I don't think my knife can pierce through them.
Next time
On Dragon Balls.
in Yandala World.
Don't you have dragon claws, though, for daggers?
Alrighty, so this is going to conclude our third session. We saw some crazy stuff.
Step and jump.
Hopefully
I
everybody...
have a dragon baby.
Yeah, probably not.